One of the most prominent figures in professional wrestling today, Liv Morgan has ventured beyond the ring in recent times. Using social media, she provided an update following a major announcement that had nothing to do with WWE. The major announcement was that she will be starring in the Takashimi Miike movie Bad Lieutenant Tokyo. This came after last week's episode of Raw, when Liv Morgan informed interim general manager Nick Aldis that she would be going on hiatus to film the movie. One of two things could have happened when Morgan posted a photo to her Instagram story. Either she was on set in Japan, or she had already begun filming. The photo showed a door with a sign reading, Megan's Room, regardless of whether it's her changing room, which uses her character name instead of her real name, or a set location, details of which fans will discover when the movie is out. It's wonderful to hear that Morgan has begun filming the movie. The WWE Universe is surely missing her, but they're also excited to see her shine on screen for more than a year when the movie comes out. Along with Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan has been the embodiment of evil on Judgment Day. However, there was a rare occasion when she had a positive interaction with Kathy Kelly, who is a huge admirer of Morgan's archenemy. Hiring Rhea Ripley. Typically, Kelly and Morgan have a rocky relationship, especially during their backstage interviews. However, after Morgan's role in Bad Lieutenant Tokyo was announced, Kelly congratulated Morgan. Granted, she included a subtle dig at the end of her tweet, but it was still wholesome. Morgan responded in kind, jokingly claiming that she knew Kelly would miss her when she was gone. The 30-year-old has done an excellent job of antagonizing almost everyone she works with in WWE, but there's no doubt that her absence will be felt by fans. Morgan has always loved the limelight, but her most recent decision may have permanently reshaped her wrestling persona and public brand, setting off shockwaves in the sports entertainment sector and the pop culture world. After making an unexpected and shocking statement, the former WWE Women's World Champion went on social media to give her fans an emotional update. Morgan's official signing to produce and co-star in a gritty streaming series based on the life of a rebellious underground fighter came just 2 days after Variety broke the exclusive news that she had officially signed on to WWE, closely tied to her developing empire. As a social media sensation, Liv decided to give her fans an inside look into her upcoming endeavor, Blonde Ambition, and the reasons behind her decision, as well as the implications for her career both within and outside of the squared circle. Production is set to commence this summer in Atlanta for the dramatized dramatization of the Morgan era, which will star Morgan with a mix of Hollywood newbies and combat sports veterans. Since Morgan had been conspicuously missing from WWE programming following her intense confrontation with Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 41 and her subsequent return bout on, fans had been speculating for weeks that a significant development was imminent. There were whispers about a potential exit, a personal crisis, or even a surprise trade to another brand after the following week's Raw, which seemed rushed. Insiders noticed that she seemed both focused and preoccupied, which is odd. No one expected this, though, with Liv Morgan at its center in her video update, which gained over 1.2 million views in the first hour. A real crossover project supported by a prominent studio that combines the realms of physical storytelling and digital influence. Sitting in what seemed like her home studio, illuminated by gentle lights, Morgan wore a casual hoodie emblazoned with the series title logo. Her demeanor was composed, genuine, and exuding pride. "Hey guys," she started, brushing a lock of platinum blonde hair behind her ear. "I've been working on something really special. Something personal. Now I get to share it with you. This isn't about leaving WWE. It's about expanding my identity. I'm showing you another side of myself." She continued by saying that the idea had been floating around in her head for a while, and that a creative team she had met through a mutual friend in the mall world had pitched it to her months earlier. At first, Morgan was hesitant, but she eventually came around. Morgan had been wrongly judged many times in her life, she said in WWE, including by herself, and that this realization drew her to the project's message of perseverance, self-reinvention, and refusal to fit into anyone's box. "I've come to realize that when you feel confined, it's actually a sign from the universe that you need to find a way to escape." Morgan revealed that Triple H had told her, "You've always been more than just one thing, Liv. We're proud of you for chasing it all." She went on to say that her conversations with Triple H and Nick Khan were surprisingly encouraging, and that WWE had given her their full support to pursue the series. In addition to putting an end to speculation that her new enterprise was a precursor to her departure from WWE, the endorsement she described gave her the emotional and professional approval to proceed with the initiative. "I am here. Still." While the official press release had already confirmed her producer title, Morgan clarified that she is not retiring, jumping ship, or leaving wrestling. Instead, she is boldly stepping into something new and adding another chapter to her story. "Trust me, it will only make her stronger when she steps back into the ring." Morgan shared more about her role behind the scenes. She's involved in writing, directing, and producing the show. Morgan expressed her desire to create something authentic, saying that it should be raw, beautiful, and a little messy, just like life. Morgan also hinted at cameos from various unexpected faces, suggesting a crossover between wrestling and Hollywood. This could include cameos from fellow WWE superstars and influencers. WWE stars from all across the roster voiced their approval of her decision immediately after she made it public. It was described by Bianca Belair as boss-level stuff. "Proud of you, Liv. You deserve this moment," Bayley tweeted. Fans went into a frenzy when Ripley Morgan tweeted a single word about her rivalry with her ring rival, respect. Industry experts were quick to weigh in, with many claiming this was a watershed moment for WWE stars to branch out into production while still being active performers. According to Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio, this is unlike anything we've witnessed since, perhaps, The Rock's foray into film. Liv isn't merely performing. She's also producing, creating, and constructing something from the very beginning. Backstage morale appeared to be greater within the women's division following Liv's update, according to Ross Sapp. Many saw it as evidence that WWE performers may pursue side projects without worrying about their careers. Morgan's update wasn't completely upbeat, but she did discuss the challenges of juggling her responsibilities as a ringleader and an actress. "I won't lie. It's exhausting. There are nights I'm writing scripts at 2 a.m. and then hitting the gym at 7. I've cried, questioned myself, and had panic attacks. But every time I doubt, I remind myself that I'm live." Morgan: "I've survived worse than this. I've built myself from the ground up. I can do this too." The Variety release explains that the show is not autobiographical, but rather follows a fictional character, loosely based on Morgan's own story, as she goes from a small-town girl to a star in the underground fight scene, facing betrayal, fame, and the cost of building an empire in a world that demands more and more. Morgan acknowledged that her personal experiences and emotional truths are deeply influenced by the show's plot. She teased situations you've seen in my actual life, but through a different lens. It's a love letter to everyone who has ever felt invisible and fought to be recognized. And it's for her immediate goals with WWE. You're going to see certain things you recognize. Sources close to creative have hinted that WWE may incorporate her real-life success into an on-screen storyline, possibly involving a jealousy angle or a leadership dispute among the women's division. Some have speculated that a program with returning star Alexa Bliss, who has also pursued outside projects, could be a natural fit. And Morgan stated that she would continue working selective dates over the next few months, potentially building toward a major summer program. However, she did not mention any specific names. There are many who question whether Liv's upcoming film adaptation could make her a serious contender for the WWE Women's Championship, both as a fighter and a mogul. Whatever the case may be, one thing is certain. Liv Morgan is no longer merely an underdog with a messy bun and a leather jacket. She is a powerful storyteller, a force of nature, and, according to her own words, she is finally living up to her full potential. She concluded her video by saying, "And this is only the beginning." She went on to say, "I'm not here to wrestle, I'm here to create." Hashtags like #LiveAgainEra, #BlondeAmbition Series, and #Beyond Tearing were trending all across the globe within hours of the video's release. Early teaser concept art provided to the show's official account prompted reactions from big entertainment icons, and Morgan's Instagram following soared by over 150,000. Netflix, the bidding battle for distribution rights, is likely to heat up by the end of the month, with Hulu and Amazon allegedly among the interested parties. In the meantime, Morgan's fan following has come together in unprecedented solidarity, as seen on her support pages. Countdown threads and videos have taken over Reddit and X, formerly Twitter. Many fans are comparing this to Sasha Banks' Mandalorian debut, which is considered Morgan's Hollywood breakthrough. However, Morgan herself has stated that this isn't about breaking out, but about breaking open. She isn't trying to leave her past behind. "I'm bringing it with me, every bump, every bruise, every cheer, and every boo. It's all part of my story, and now I get to tell it my way." Maybe WWE has finally found its footing in this era of media-savvy artists and hybrid entertainers. And maybe Liv Morgan has proven how a modern superstar can make an unforgettable impact by bravely adapting rather than dominating in just one area. No longer does Liv Morgan wait for approval. She is penning her own script, and the world is at last prepared to read it, whether she's trading strikes in the ring or words on set. Please subscribe to our official WWE YouTube channel for more updates, and thank you for viewing this video.